We're doing a little recording here of a 320 acre parcel in Iron County, just as we west of Cedar City, about 35 miles. In fact, I'll bring it up here so you can see, get an idea. Here's Cedar City over here, and Highway 56, which comes out of Cedar City right into the Beryl Valley. And we're getting to Beryl Junction, which is the point off of 56 where you would turn north and then east and then north again up to this super recreation property, 320 acres. So we're going to be scrolling in to look at the property on a different screen here in just a minute, but you can kind of get a sense of typical area. There's not much vegetation, a lot of sagebrush covered ground out here, but that's typical of the area and mostly what people are looking for when they're purchasing land for recreation in this immediate area. Again, to put it into perspective, Cedar City here, up here obviously going north up to Beaver on our way, all the way up to Salt Lake, and then south, of course, we head down and you'd be getting into St. George. So we're about an hour north of St. George. A wonderful route right up here, Highway 18 coming from St. George all the way up into the Beryl Valley. And along the way you can stop if you want a super piece of pie and a nice place for a lunch break. You can stop here in Vegas, and they're famous for their pies. Stop there every time I'm going through, either coming south or north to get up into the Beryl Valley. Great place to, again, for recreation if that's what you're looking for. This is an ideal place. There's not a lot of population. What is going on out here is a bit of farming. These are hay farms principally. So I would say there's maybe 1,500 people total that live in this immediate area. Most of them are going to live down here near Beryl Junction. The further north you get, the less dense the population, and occasionally you'll see a house, but not many. So you're pretty much on your own out here. If you want to be out not being bothered by people, this is an ideal way to go. Let's switch over to a view of Google from Google Earth now and take a closer look at the property. Here it is, and I'll reorient it so that you can see kind of the more of a top view down. It's actually two 160 acre parcels, and they can be sold independently. We prefer to sell all 160 acres. So the one parcel is longer than it is wide, and the other one is a little more square. Both of them are great properties, but it's a little more for 160 acres if you buy them than if you bought the whole 320. The cost per acre would be lower. So you saw the route out here, so I won't rehearse that, but let's just take a little tour around the property and kind of we'll fly around a little bit and let you look at it from different angles. This is sort of looking south. That's totally south. Here we're looking a little more to the east. So we'll just keep moving around here on the property. It's relatively flat, not much terrain change. There's some when you get down over in here. There's a bit of slope that, I don't know if we can see it here or not, but a little bit of slope. But fundamentally, this is a pretty level with, normal terrain changes that you'd expect when you have 320 acres. You're going to have some up and downs, and none of them are going to be like way crazy or anything, but a wonderful four-wheeling area. And you can go forever in these roads that, as you see, leading across the property. I'll scroll back around here so you can see. These roads are heading, this is sort of northwest, and then there's a road that goes up here, just goes forever. So you can four-wheel yourself into, happiness. Or, hopefully you don't get lost. But, bring your GPS. Nice little area here that could be fun for four-wheeling to kind of drive up around on. All this is pretty open. It's all owned by others, but the prescriptive right theory allows you to use roads in rural areas because they've been there. So you're able to drive on these and don't create new roads on other people's property, but if there are roads there, just like there's roads that would be across your property here, people would use them, probably not terribly frequently, and as long as they're showing respect, then people in rural areas really don't have any problem with others driving on their property. So again, we can look at the views around from the property. That's looking north, and that's looking that would be southwest, and here's south. So you got mountains around. You can actually ride up into these mountains on these roads, on these four-wheel roads, in your truck or on your four-wheelers. Hunting out here is great. There's elk, there's deer. So during hunting season, there's animals wandering around all over out here. Deer and elk in these open areas looking for things to eat. So you got mountains, great terrain. You're an hour from St. George, 40 minutes from Cedar City, so it's not like you're out in the middle of nowhere completely. There are groceries available down here in Beryl Junction. There's a little store there. Not much else. I mean, it's a gas station store. So you really have to go to St. George south or go east over to Cedar City if you want to have any kind of serious shopping or entertainment. But it's not that far. You're far enough to be completely isolated, close enough to get to things if you need them, or you need to spend some time in the city. So anyway, there you go. That's the beautiful 320 acres just north of Beryl Junction. Thanks a bunch.